course, you know, so.
I'm going live.
Okay, 5:29.
Yes.
Has anybody said that they won't be here? Should we be expecting anyone?
Kim Mealy said that she would not be here. And then, oh yeah, Sarah's on the phone. I didn't hear from anybody else.
Go Sarah.
I did
Oh,
talk to
Sarah.
Mr. Penn today. So.
Barbecue or fire?
Hopefully barbecue. I mean, there's a kid outside, so I would assume.
See if anybody's sliding inside. So my drink right here, vitamin E straight from the capsule. Good night.
Really?
And vitamin E's job is to help in tissue repair. So for the scarring, so when it scabs like that, put it on at night because it's greasy.
Good to know.
Or you should just pick it a bunch, so just like to get this really
No,
hard scar.
Needles, Car.
Yeah, well then you
I
can
want to make up a cool
no
story.
one would
though,
mess
like,
with you, you know,
like,
yeah,
I was in a
you're
fight.
like
You should see
Okay.
the other guy.
get James Bond bad guy.
Call the meeting to order at 5:30. If everybody will silence their electronic devices and stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of the committee.
Chairman Gilbert,
Here.
Vice Chair Hartless.
Here.
Member Bailey,
Unmute.
hold on, let me make sure she can hear me because we had a problem.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, great.
Here.
She's here. Member Mealy, absent. Member Com,
Here.
Member Penn, absent. Member Clark, absent. And no council liaison.
Who is our council liaison?
Marion Shantz.
Okay. No call to the public today. So reports and updates. Librarians report.
No, you're fine. So our adult collection room was painted and rearranged. A big thank you is due to our friends of the library and our other donors for funding this update. Due to both rooms being closed for painting, our numbers have been affected from the previous month's statistics, which you'll find at the bottom. I do want to say, though, it looks really nice, and I encourage you guys to come by and check it out.
It does.
We are in the process of getting some signage in there, and we would, our plan is to get it dedicated to Jean McQuarrie. We had Time Warp Wednesday, and it kicked off this month. The kids learned about the Irish potato famine. Thank you to Zach Com from PACE for partnering with us to make this a successful and fun event for the kids. This was Courtney's first program, and I believe she did a fabulous job. I attended the training for Beanstack this month. Beanstack is a mobile app that we plan to use to track summer reading this year. The Arizona State Library is paying for this service, and our library staff is excited to get this up and running. Something really cool about Beanstack is that we can also do winter reading challenges, 1,000 books before kindergarten challenges, and really we can make up our own challenges if we choose to. Joanna and the Teen Advisory Board hosted a spooky movie night on Friday the 13th. This was well attended, and the teens enjoyed watching Beetlejuice, some of them for the first time. Cassie and I attended the Arizona Library Association Conference the 19th through the 21st of this month, and we were able to collaborate with many other libraries throughout the state of Arizona and gain many new ideas and inspirations for our own library. Red Ribbon Week was the 23rd through the 29th of October, and the library was decorated with red, both inside and out. We were honored to be chosen as the small office decorating champion by the Youth for Youth group. On Monday of that week, we handed out 253 books to the youth in our community, and the books given away were purchased with the help of our friends and other donors. our teen advisory board, with Joanna's help, hosted a Halloween-themed toddler and me takeover. We had 3 families in attendance, but they all had fun. Cassie led our adult craft night, which was well attended, and this month we will be hosting another murder mystery night, and we're really excited about the new theme, which is Murder in the Manor. So it's kind of like Clue. Yeah, and it's already booked and full, and we're ready to go, and it's our biggest murder mystery that we have, so we have 20 people signed up. To close out the month, the library hosted a trunk at the Town of Parker's Trunk or Treat. The library staff were all dressed as different famous paintings and ended up winning the award for most creative trunk. Kudos to Cassie for the award-winning idea and to Courtney for making the frames. And then at the bottom, you'll find the statistics for that month. I've also passed out the November calendar out in front of you, and then the tentative December calendar. There's one change on the November calendar that I didn't get on there, but due to Thanksgiving, we moved our band book club to this Wednesday instead of next Wednesday. And if you want to read along with us, we're reading Of Mice and Men, I believe.
That's a band book?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And we actually have a pretty good group for the band book club, which is really fun. I think we have like 7 or 8 people, which is great for our book clubs. Yeah.
Do you guys I know I've come to like a book club before, but do you guys do discussions and whatnot with the books?
Yeah. We do discussions. We all go around, we rate the book, we talk about our favorite parts, and then we decide what we want to read next.
Awesome. Perfect. Any other questions on the librarian's report?
I just have a question on the calendar here. What's the Dilly Dally Book Club?
Oh, we're so excited for that, and nobody has come yet. So if you know of anybody that's interested in this program I'm about to say, please send them our way. So our idea is that we'll have different things that people can dilly-dally with. So like puzzles, easy crafts, people can bring their knitting, and we'll play an audiobook for an hour, and then it'll be weekly. So it's just in the mornings on Tuesdays, I believe. Yes, on Tuesdays. And they'll listen to the book until it's done.
Okay, old business, discussion and possible action on the following items. So the fall calendar, which you were referencing, which is November.
And so band book club, what were you saying about that for November?
It's this week and not, I deleted it off the end, but I forgot to put it on this week's
Okay.
week. So it's this Wednesday at 5:30.
And I have another question. It's kind of not really related to this though, but is Courtney still doing the, what was it? She was doing the,
Home visit tech.
yeah.
She's not doing the tech help home visit anymore. She does have a couple people that she takes books to, which is more of what people were interested in. So if you know of any homebound people who would like books or movies delivered to their door, let us know. And we're doing a weekly or bi-weekly delivery for them. And she's doing that because she's 18 now and can drive the car.
What are we doing with we got the laptops? What is our policy on the laptops, like to check out the laptops?
There's not really a policy. We're trying to keep it to where it's for school. I'm working on updating the library policy right now, just so we have a clear policy for that. But it's really, they're there for school. I know different town departments have used them, but right now they're kind of just used in-house.
So there was a time where people could come in and check them out. What does that time frame look like?
I would have to go into the circulation settings and see what the time frame is, but I'm assuming it would be 2 weeks like it is with our books. I know that our hotspots were 2 weeks too, but I would, if we were going to check them out, I would like to do it at a longer time frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had some people talking about it, and I had some homeschool people
Oh, yeah.
that had asked about it. What about, is that just for school people, or is that for like maybe somebody who doesn't have a laptop?
Yeah, I think if they come and talk with us, we can, because we don't have that policy set yet, so I don't want to give a for sure answer. But we're just working on that.
Okay.
Once I have that set, once our policy is done, I'll bring it to you guys, let you guys look over it. But until that, I don't really want to make any decisions on that.
So we don't have any policy on that? I mean, I know we got like 15 plus,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
I thought that we visited that. Amy, do you remember anything about those?
Not a policy for checking stuff out.
We
I
have,
would have assumed, like Phoenix did, that it would be the same as a book or any sort of other
Mhm.
electronic device.
right.
Yeah. Gosh, for some reason I thought that we had maybe just discussed it or something.
I know that it was discussed about our, like, internet policies were updated.
I
That was
remember that.
updated, but it wasn't like laptops or digital devices that are available for checkout.
Okay. Okay, so right now, is it okay for me to say, check out for 2 weeks at a time and just to come in and talk to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then, the other thing was the garden. So what, do we have an update?
We're
on?
in the middle of seasons right now. Our pumpkins are kind of fading out. I think we're gonna give it the winter and let our kids plant some stuff to test out the garden a little bit. But we're waiting for spring to do our big plant again.
Okay. Somebody had mentioned that they thought that it was supposed to like help feed the homeless, or, I mean, do you remember that?
Whenever we do harvests, we did a harvest Monday every Monday whenever we had a harvest, but we
Right.
don't really have one right now. And we would have it out for patrons to take on Mondays.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for that update.
You're welcome.
Okay, so old business, fall calendar, and the Libby demonstration.
I just brought back the Libby just in case if you guys had a chance to look at it in between meetings and if you had any questions for Phoenix.
Any questions?
I have a question. I've been using the Libby app a lot lately. But is there, I know like you didn't create it or anything, and whoever, is there a way maybe in the future, I don't know what I'm trying to say, hold on. Like when you go onto it, you can like borrow a book, and then I've just been like reading it on my phone. What if there was a way to like, for people to like, I don't know, reserve a book in a sense, and then they can actually pick up a physical copy from the library, or?
That's available through our website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you go onto our website, which is going to be changing and updating with the shift that the town is doing, but through our catalog, you're able to sign in using your library information, and if you need that, I can get it for you. Typically, it's just your 9-digit library card number and your last two initials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or
Okay.
your not last two, your
And
initials.
you can go
1, 2,
on
3,
and
4,
like
5.
reserve or
Reserve
request a
books.
book.
You can reserve books. You can request books. You can get a library card. You can search for what we have in our catalog.
Nice,
Yeah.
okay.
Very good. Okay, new business, discussion and possible action on the following items. Storybook walk.
This was brought up, and there were questions as to what it was. So we just wanted to show some pictures and kind of show you what a storybook walk is. I know with the xeriscape that's going in on the garden side of the building, we were talking about putting in a story walk. So this is another, or this is a story walk somewhere down in there. Typically, they're on trails or walking paths so that people can walk, and then they're spaced out so that you walk a little bit, you stop, you read a page or two, and then you walk to the next one, you read a page or two. Oh no. But they typically look like pedestals almost, and they have where you can slip in the page. You do have to get copyrights or get permission from either the publisher or the author to be able to use those, but there are lots of resources out there to get those. So for example, during Red Ribbon Week, if we wanted to have what was the story that they read on the radio? I know it doesn't have
Just
pictures.
The founding of it, like the Kiki Camarena story.
Yeah, the Kiki Camarena story. We could have that written out and put out for people to read and walk through. to walk through and read, or during the holidays have different holidays highlighted. And then Thanksgiving, we could do Thanksgiving stories. Summer can be something beachy and fun, just something that's outdoors that's still very library related, but accessible and free for our
Where
youth
were
to
you
do.
thinking about doing this again?
So the garden's right here,
Mhm.
in the where all the grass used to be.
Yeah.
Have like a walking path through there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Give you
with the
something to do with
Xeriscape,
that
kind of like
area,
what's
too.
outside, because they already got the grant or they applied for the grant to get that, like the landscaping outside of the library to help with the water usage. So we were thinking of adding in a story walk. And there it went again.
So kind of up by, towards the stop sign.
Not toward the stop sign, on the other side.
Okay.
So like where the garden is, just right outside, kind of in front of the towers. The not blue towers, the tan towers, water towers.
Yes. Same stop sign.
Just
Girl,
over.
we got one on each side.
Yeah, it's in the middle of
Wait,
them.
Missy, go right ahead.
Got a stop sign.
It's in between the
The
stop
one by
signs.
the other crosswalk.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we've been talking about that for
for a while. I
hot
think
minute.
Janet brought it up a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a long time ago. And we've wanted it. It's just we were in between what is going on over there. So it's kind of the perfect time to start looking into this.
And that's something brand new that can roll out. I think that'll be exciting,
Mm-hmm.
very exciting.
I'm like, are we gonna get it?
Third time's
I
a
was
charm.
trying to bring it up a different website.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be that website because it went off.
Oh yeah. And there's different types. So like their library has almost like the signage that you'll find on hiking trails, like the bulletin boards. Yeah. Which make it a little bit more shaded, protects the pages a little bit more.
From our 120 degree.
Yes.
You walk out a week later and all the ink is sun faded.
We ordered a sign that has our library hours and we put it up and it lasted 2 days before it was completely warped from the heat.
Cool.
So I printed out a new sign. I'm working on finding something a little bit more sturdy. Yeah, I need metal. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can order the metal pieces and then sublimate it.
Oh yeah. That's something to think about.
I know Grandma Joyce has a sublimation machine.
Yeah.
And then she and I both have heat presses. I think you heat it for like,
How much
45
room
seconds
do
or
you
something.
have over there though to do a walking trail? It would be a small.
It would be small.
You said you're getting a grant though?
Well, I haven't looked into grants for story walks right now.
Oh.
The town public works has
Yeah, so what Steve got a grant for was water savings. So they're putting in low flow, all of that kind of native plant over there. So it'll be much like what's out here with the crushed granite. So maybe some stepping stones. And I think since it's not a real big area, you could kind of like snake it around and wind it around and make a nice little trail out of kind of the area over there.
little hopscotch stones.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, any other questions on the storybook walk?
No, not on that. I do have another question though. On the calendar, on the 9th, it says the Teen Advisory Board, you did a Veterans Day trip. What did that consist of?
Unfortunately, we didn't have any of our teen advisory boards show up. So we had some cards that the kids had made in the library. And Joanna and her son, who is a teen, just not on the advisory board, went and dropped it off at the VFW so that they got to the veterans.
And they did have a table there with all the cards and stuff, and they had some hanging.
Oh,
I think
cute.
one of the schools did some stuff, so, yeah. It was there. Okay, discussion and action to approve the minutes for August 14th, 2023. I did call in on that. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see me come up, but I did call in on that. I think I texted you, and then I had to call the town and to get the, so I,
But we got it.
yes.
Was that for the August 14th meeting?
September meeting, wasn't it, Missy?
Let me look it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because there's the 14th and September 11th.
I think it was the 11th. I don't think it was in August.
All my dates are thrown off because we didn't have October.
Yeah, it wasn't October.
Yeah.
I think it was the September meeting. I think it was the September meeting, yeah.
It was.
Because she was there and she was leading the meeting. So it was the September meeting, because the other one was led by Sarah.
So are you saying that you were present?
She called
Yeah, she
in.
called in.
She was. We had her on speaker, I think.
I'll go back and review the video, because there was a time that you popped in and then you popped out, and that was it. We never saw you after that. So I'll go back and check the videos to make sure.
Okay.
And I will update,
Perfect.
the attendance as.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that we have different people absent on each, so let's take approval of the August 14th meeting minutes. We do have a quorum, 4 out of 7, but 2 of us were absent, so we have a 2 out of 7. So can we vote on that today?
Yes. You will need to abstain, and Carissa will need to abstain.
Okay, so I'll be looking for y'all to do a motion to approve the minutes.
You guys look at me.
Yep. We were absent for the August meeting, so.
Look who was in both of them, guys. Nah, a motion to pass the minutes for August.
I'll second.
I will abstain.
I will abstain as well.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks, guys. Okay, the September 11th meeting minutes.
We'll hold those back until I can review.
Okay, so we'll table the meeting minutes for September 11th and revisit them at the next meeting. Okay.
I have 2 more things.
Okay.
Sorry. I just keep looking. So in December, on December 6th is Meet the Author. What's the author?
Yes. I meant to bring her stuff and I completely forgot until you mentioned that. She's traveling through. She writes children's books and it's really neat. They're almost like dictionaries because they're different words, but she makes animals out of I don't know how to describe it. She makes the animal out of the word that the animal is written into. She's a really sweet lady. And I will, whenever I get back, I'll make a note to send you guys information about her.
What time is that?
That's at 5:30, and it's children's books, so bring your kids if you got kids.
And then the last question I had was, and of course it's not gonna be on here, but are you gonna participate in the winter in the park thing on, when is it, December 1st? Do you guys go to events like that?
We do whenever we have staff available. We haven't looked at that one yet. When is that?
December 1st is a Friday, and
Is
so
that the
that's,
tree lighting? by
yeah, the tree
chamber?
lighting they do at at Western Park, and didn't know, like, you could have a booth there. I didn't know if you guys wanted to have a booth and hand stuff out or something, if you thought about that.
Yeah. I'll get back with staff and see who's available.
I didn't realize they're doing booths.
Yeah, they sometimes, right? Amy, do we have some people that have,
They're doing, clubs and craft booths.
yeah, like
so,
little crafts?
not vendor booths.
Yeah,
because it's
not like selling anything, but people go and
Like
kind of
information kind
hand
of
stuff out, or like, the
Like a
last
teen
year when we
advisory
did it,
board would
people
go.
did like little, like Billy's Wings was there and they did a little craft that you could sit down and do with them, and that might be a thought, just something to think about for the
I think
library.
that would be something really fun for our teen advisory board to do.
Yeah.
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 Perfect. So, we missed that for our we won't, we'll visit here again after that. So,
Yes.
well, it's November.
I know, right?
Who's on first?
Yeah.
Is it October, November?
It's definitely November.
Okay.
Because all the Christmas decorations are up in all the cities. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on? We miss, I don't,
My son was obsessed with them last night when we were in Havasu. He's like, it's Christmas.
they're everywhere now.
I put up fall and my son took it down and he's like, let's put the tree up. I'm like, no.
I mean, my Christmas lights are still up from last year though, so.
Plan ahead, that's all.
Ahead of the game, yeah.
All right, future topics. So of course, bring back that September approve or deny the meeting minutes. Library report, the calendar. Is there anything that you're needing volunteers for, or
Always. We always need volunteers. Well, I guess not as much right now. If you want to do something fun, come to our silent library for the holiday edition. Think, what's that movie called?
Home Alone.
Home Alone, but you have to be extremely quiet. So it'll be great. You can win some cool prizes.
That
If you've
lets
ever-
you out, Missy.
It's fun, especially if you bring a group.
Are you full already for murder mystery night?
We have a wait list though. So what we do is we create a wait list. We'll call those who have already RSVP'd the week before, and if any of them are not available to come, we remind them to let us know, and then we could work down that wait list.
You usually get full with those every time you do them, right?
Which was different for us because the one that we had planned in October, yeah, we canceled the one in October because we only had like 5 people signed up. So, and this one filled up really fast. So we're glad that we're back to it.
awesome. Okay, any other future topics? Our next meeting is December 11th.
I just want to make a comment. Phoenix, you mentioned that in one of your programs that you only had 3 people come,
3 families, yeah.
3 families.
Mhm.
While some people might not think that is fabulous, I think it is fabulous because you never know what those 3 families were the takeaway. And so I don't ever want us to think that we totally rely on numbers.
Mhm.
Because I know when you go to the library, your programs are of substance, and so I don't want it to ever feel like we get lost in numbers, because I don't think that's what the town or anyone on this committee would ever want to think or see, that all we care about is numbers, because the library cares about people.
Right.
So I don't want you to think, oh, we only had 3 families. I'm thinking, wow, you got 3 people to do something different than go home, sit on the couch, and get on their phone.
Right.
So I appreciate that, and I want your staff to know that, there are people that, while they may not be able to go to a program, I still think 3 families is an awesome number, because you changed what they were going to do that night. Because it's easy to go home and do
Especially on a
mindless entertainment
weeknight.
of your telephone, rather than go and interact in a public spot. So,
Yeah.
thank you to you and your staff.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
we
for
say
saying
creating that parent-child interaction.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And December 11th, are we meeting at 5:30 as well?
Yes, if we could, that would be great.
All right. Anything else? All right, see you December 11th. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Come look at our adult space. It looks really nice.
Okay.
Why-
Bye, Sarah.